Good evening, everyone. We have finished Dresden. Well, my version of Dresden anyway, slightly augmented, a bit larger. We had 2 turns to play tonight. Took it nice and slow, over a red and some port. But the Allies have pulled victory from the jaws of defeat. So if you've watched the previous video, I'll start with this end. Here's the Prussian Landwehr Brigade. There was some French here. It's a French brigade of 4. They suffered a very horrid defeat at the hands of the recruit Landwehr. The Landwehr managed to get a +6 result on a charges phase, and then basically smashed 2 units into retreat, which essentially broke the brigade because they were both over 6 and couldn't actually fall back behind any friends because there were no friends behind them. So, not that that was pivotal for the game because it was so far away from the objectives over here, but hey, the recruits did wonders. And the Prussians did sit there till like 15 turns and did nothing. Last 5 turns they've actually come screaming out. In the centre here, the Young Guard have lost a unit. The Prussians did charge, the Young Guard charged, they came off second best. We managed to peel off one of the Young Guard units. We forced another retreat in a second round of combat. Wait, in the next turn I mean. The Young Guard attempted to push through again. They haven't been able to do that. The Prussian cavalry, the small dragoons, went and charged the recruits in column. They failed to form square and took it in column unformed. And much to my chagrin, my veteran cavalry bounced and are now on 6 casualties. So, damn them, I say. I'll walk around to the other side. I'm going to leave the best till last. Over here, we'll start on this side of the game here. Alright, we can see the French sitting over here. Lots of French. Very hurt French. Here we go. Just stop there while we zoom out a little. There we go. The French are very damaged. We've got a 9, a 10, an 8, a 6. It had 2 battalions on the hill here. There they are. They've attempted to put in some charges in the second to last turn. Couldn't get through a square, which is this one here, which is now into column. Just didn't happen for him, to be honest. As you can see, the Russians here are in falter. The French managed through shooting to destroy a battalion and forced the brigade to falter. It did not recover the second turn, it remains faltering. It took some more casualties. And that's where we've left it there. So that's pretty much dead in my eyes. It wouldn't probably have lasted another turn if the French could actually do something, because they are sadly in the last turn this French brigade also went hesitant. The French cavalry also went hesitant, so he had his cavalry here all lined up to come screaming into this area here, but everything's hesitant. Couldn't do anything. Really, really sad for the French. They were very close to taking that hill, because all the Russians have on the hill, really, is this group here. These are on the back side of the hill. These are actually physically on the hill. We've knocked someone over. That was just unfortunate. That French brigade of 6 battalions did magnificently well, and as Anton said, probably should be promoted into the Guard. They single-handedly probably caused the most casualties of the day for the French. Sadly, they had no support because the French put all their infantry on the other side of the game table. They sat here with 3 brigades and their 4 infantry brigades, and also 5 infantry brigades, and simply ran out of steam. The other Young Guard sat here. We had a bit of a discussion at the end of the game, and as Anton said, he probably felt that he sat at the back here in a very defensive posture at the start of the battle. He was a bit scared. They didn't do well in the scouting. he basically put three, this is probably the bulk of his army sitting over this area here, and they've really not been effective at all. The Young Guard came in, there's only 4 battalions. They're all close to breaking. They're currently faltering. So what's occurred here is he had a line battalion out here. It had 9 casualties, or 10, I think it was pretty close. In an effort to break this, because this was also on 10 and unformed, he's put a charge in. It was the last turn of the game. It was throw everything in. He's come forward. He's rolled, unfortunately, badly and disintegrated on contact, which has caused the Young Guard to falter. If he had managed that, he would have caused this other big brigade on the hill to falter. That would have put 75% of the Allied army, or Allied division, which was 3 infantry and a cavalry brigade, into falter. We've already had 1 Allied brigade disperse, which was previously here. He rolled poorly on turn 19 and it dispersed. So yeah, it was just so close. What the French attempted to do here, and I'm going to show you this one here. Here we go. These guys. They have come screaming through here on a forwards order, trying to get through, because after they dispersed, there is nothing to stop them. So he's gone for a forwards order. He's put all his eggs in one basket. It's a poor brigade commander. He could only throw the forwards order on and pray that he would actually activate. He activated. He rolled the dice for his move. He rolled a 5 and he came up 20 mil short of the village. That was pretty devastating for the French. The Allies had, obviously you can see here, there's an Hussars, there's an Hussar brigade, the other unit is sitting back here, it just sat there. These guys had changed formation, they were sitting over here because they're vets, they've changed formation, column, come trundling over, got within charge range, launched the charge, forced this unit into square. Now, this is where it got a bit fun. These are really, really damaged units. What we thought would happen here would the Allied cavalry would likely bounce off the French square. Very probable. This French square has only got 2 casualties. It is very, very new. What we had considered is if they bounced and they withdrew 30 centimetres, there is nothing in range of this other little unit here to pass through into the village and essentially steal the game. So we went through the charges, and this is where it got interesting. The Allies had a reroll. The French did not. The French rolled a 6. The Allies rolled an 11 on his first roll, which would have made him withdraw. So I said to my fellow Allied commander, you've got a reroll. You need a 6, a 1 in 6 chance. He's gone to the edge of the table and he's rolled a 6 and broken the square and destroyed a French victory at Dresden. So the French leave dejected, very bloodied. Matt, who played that flank, has this uncanny knack of rolling amazing dice. He would roll his dice, he'd roll like a 5 and a 1, the 1 would be cocked, he'd go for a re-roll and he'd pull off a 5 or a 6. I have no idea. We're going to take this guy to the nearest casino and get him to start rolling dice, because it is maddening for the French, great for the Allies, but it is just so consistently good. He's literally won the game purely, really, on his amazing dice rolling. And sadly for the French, his dice rolling was pretty poor. Mine wasn't much better, but this was pretty amazing. Turn 20, down to 1 dice roll of who would win the game. I was sort of barracking for the underdog, which was the French, but didn't happen. So we're going to reset. We'll start Mocha next week, which will be a slightly modified version again. I'm going to use the entire table, which is nearly, I guess on the ground scale we play in GDA2 around 2.5, 3 miles across. Whereas I think the actual Mocha scenario is a lot slimmer than that. But I'm going to extend it out, and we're going to go out to core level again, mostly because we enjoy the core level opportunities, and we've got the Prussians to man it. We probably don't have the Marines, but we'll sub some different colours in this time to make it a little more entertaining. I will post my order of battle that I used here. Lump it or leave it, guys. That was just my view, my version. But look, we had some really good fun. It has taken many months to complete this, but most enjoyable. We uncovered a few rules that we didn't know. I guess one of my thought processes was, you know, what happened if this Allied division over here loses 75% of its brigades to faltering? I could not find anything in the rulebook apart from the CNC dropping down to pedestrian and losing its blue dice. Because if that had occurred over here, all the Allied infantry was either faltering or dispersed if the French had pulled this off. So, would have been interesting. Sadly, the French didn't have anything to put any fire into these cavalry, because this cavalry back here had 9 casualties. Only needed 3. There it is there, that one there. And it would have dispersed and changed the result. A lot of good fun, lots of learning. We'll reset for next Friday. It's a Prussian attack, which is something a little different. I think that the French have done most of the attacking thus far. That's probably more down Anton's alley than attacking. It'll be interesting. I mean, I'll be playing the Prussians myself because I like the Prussians. Hopefully we get our 4th player back for that game and we can even up the sides. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.